Looky, looky. I'm here with my 2022 Honda Navi, and I'm about to show you how easy it is to take the seat off and put it back on again. A lot of people, including myself, when I first got my bike, were disappointed with how finicky that seat is. It's kind of tricky, but once you get a knack, there's a knack to it, and once you figure it out, it's easy peasy. So to remove the seat, the first thing you have to do is find the seat lock, which is way down here, underneath, right above the CVT. So I'm going to put my key in there and leave it there for a second. Now watch what happens. As soon as I turn the key clockwise, you'll hear a click. And that is the seat releasing. So because it released, now I can pick it up by the back, and the back lifts off really easy, and then pull it away from the front, and there you've got the seat off. Now, what makes this seat kind of tricky to remove and replace is that this latch right here is just kind of finicky. You have to get the well, here's the seat upside down. You have to get the rear loop, this metal loop, right in that latch, and it's just a little finicky. But once there's a knack to it, and once you know the process, it's really easy. So the things to pay attention to are the in the front here, you've got this metal bracket, and there's a plastic tongue on the bottom of the seat that has to fit underneath there, and you want to start that first. And then the other thing you want to focus on is, again, this latch down here. This is designed so that that metal loop just pushes down in there, and it automatically gets locked in just with pressure. And then it will stay put until you unlock it with the key. So pay attention here to the location of the latch and some other landmark, like the bends in this. In my case, I've got the aftermarket rear rack. I'm going to use those as a guide. I know that the latch is right in between this bend and this bend, and that's going to be important in a second here, because I'm going to use that so when the seat's on there, I know right where that latch is, because that's where I'm going to want to apply pressure. And that's the key, is to apply the pressure right where the latch is. A lot of guys put the seat on and then they press down back here expecting that latch to latch. Of course, it's never going to, because you're not pushing where the latch is. You have to push right above the latch. So I'm going to replace the seat. And again, by the way, here's that plastic tongue that's in the front. It's in the front of the seat. This plastic tongue here. That has to go underneath this metal bracket here. It has to go in there. So that's the first thing you want to do, is to get that started. So I just get the seat centered on the bike and kind of get that plastic tongue underneath there and get it centered and kind of pushed forward as far as you can. It's tricky. All right, so there it is. There, the plastic tongue is under the metal bracket, and it's pushed forward. Then back here, I want to push the back forward and press right. Remember my two landmarks right between these two spots? So I want to press right about there, and I'm going to do that now. So I push forward back here, slide my hand right where I know the latch is, and press down. Listen for that click. Did you hear that? Easy peasy. Now when I try to lift up the seat, it won't, of course, because it's locked. And yeah, that's that's how you get that seat locked back on there. And that's important because you can store stuff in there and you can lock your helmet in there. So if I open that back up with the key and lift up, you can see that I got lots of storage in here. I can put documents in here that I'm carrying, anything that I don't want to get wet. Of course, I've got the other storage spots on the bike too. I got my manuals in here, my tools, and basically anything I want to wedge in here, I can store under the seat. And then you've got your helmet locks. You got these metal loops onto which you can put your helmet buckle and then close the seat, and then your helmet's basically locked onto the bike. I've got the aftermarket rack, but it works the same way as the original rack. They both have these little metal loops here, and you just put your helmet buckle on there. So it's slid on here and then down to about this point with your helmet dangling off the side. Put the seat back on, and then your helmet's locked. So you're going to need to get in and out of the seat. You're going to need to get the seat on and off. And you're going to want to know how to do that easily so it's not frustrating every time. And so hopefully this helps you out. Let me put the seat back on one more time. Again, look how easy. It's so easy. So I just get that tongue underneath in the front and kind of shove forward. And then in the back here, I kind of push forward from the rear, slide my hand to where I know that latch is and press down, listen for the click. Easy peasy, nice and solid. That seat's not going anywhere. And that's the best way to get that seat on and off. Notice the whole time I'm not messing with that key. You should never have to use the key in conjunction with pushing down on the seat. You just you don't even have to have the key in there when you're locking the seat back onto the bike. The key is just to release the seat latch. I've still got the key in there, so I'll remove it now. But really, that key is only needed to release the seat latch. It's not needed to replace the seat. So hopefully that helps you out and saves you a little bit of frustration. I know I was frustrated when I first got the bike and was kind of annoyed by how tricky that seat is to get on and off. I just kind of felt like it wasn't designed well, and it was kind of just too touchy and too quirky. But you just have to know the technique. Press down, put that pressure right where the latch is, not behind it or forward, and that latch will that seat will latch on there real nice. I understand a lot of people have Navis where it's just easier for some reason. They hardly have to push down at all. Maybe their latch is set a little differently. Hard to say. But a lot of us found that it was a little tricky, so I want to do this video and make sure you understand how that works. Save you a little frustration. Give you a couple tips. Hope you liked the video. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and hope to do more videos on the Navi and various other adventures going forward. You take care.